This album, Keepsake, is based off my true life, just for the fact that I've always been the type of person I have to talk or rap about things that are actually going on in my life. I've never been the type of person to rap about something I've never been through.
She comes up with some really original, versatile music, which I think the world is gonna enjoy when they hear it. It was neat to meet somebody in person and hear them talk about their music, to meet them and get them in the studio and come to find out that all that shit they was talking was completely backed up by skill and a vision behind it.
So the album starts off with the song Rose. It has that very just kind of old school, you know, nostalgic 90s sound to it when you hear it. And right out the gate, you get hit with that. Don't call me Junell, now I'm Rose. Some me pop bottles that I rose for Playboy bunnies. It's like I'm starting the album off where I'm at now. I'm in the middle of it. But then as you go from song to song, then you realize it takes you back to, you know, where I was and where I'm coming from. So Rose is one of my favorite records. And then Hit Me Up is sort of one of those records that I'm used to being on call for whatever woman I am, you know, sort of involved with in my life. Basically, it just feels like when I was like a kid and you get that text and it's like, oh, what are you doing? Like, you know, or this girl is probably curious and, you know, she, you know, hits me up on the low whenever she's down, you know? And so that's one of my favorite records. Yearbook 2020 talks about my time in high school. Basically how I was treated. I always felt like an outcast, and I felt like a lot of people knew that I was lesbian or whatever, whatever the case may be, and that just kind of always put me in this sort of like box. People didn't really want to associate themselves with me, which was fine, but at the time it wasn't great. Fast forward in the year of 2020, this is where I'm at. This is the things that I'm doing. I feel like I have a lot to prove. This album, like I said, is the branch from where I am coming from and just accepting that I am who I am. And you know, like it or not, I'm gonna be something, but you know, I have to move in the right direction. The record, The Attitude, is one of my favorite records too, which I think might be the single of the album. One of the singles, Hit Me Up, is the second single, but The Attitude is the single as well because it reminds me of like growing up. My whole family's from New York, and then we moved to Virginia, so we just got this whole East Coast vibe about us, and it just like, it feels like when I was a kid, just growing up, trying to figure out what life's about, but shit was fun at the same time and it's lit. You know, my dad's a hustler himself. He probably could sell anything. And just like always having a positive attitude, a positive outlook on things can get you in the right direction if you will allow yourself to do that. And so that's why I decided to make the song The Attitude for all my homies, you know, that's still back on the East Coast, probably still doing whatever they doing, you know what I mean? Keep your head up, keep doing what you gotta do. But we all got a mission, we all have a purpose. So I felt like that was a song I needed to make for me and for my people that I grew up with.
Summer's strong points to me are her versatility. The project that we're working on right now has all sorts of different sounds and concepts in terms of the music she's doing. She's definitely not boxed into a particular sound.
The album as a whole, I wanted it to feel like something that was being passed along to somebody who is just now discovering something great. I wanted it to feel like you're growing up with me. Honestly, I just feel like this is something I've been holding for a long time and I'm ready to let it go and let other people have it.